Beca Gaming channel, coming at you live with Psycho Break to give us our reactions to the Fastlane pay-per-view, the SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view that just happened. It is the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania, which is in 4 weeks. We're going to talk about the different matches that happened from the pre-show all the way up to the main event. Overall assessment of what we thought of the pay-per-view, what we think going forward, and all that kind of happy horse maneuver. We are going to play some matches. I know last time we did the podcast, didn't get any matches done on this channel because I was a dunce and didn't figure out that, hey, I can't play. So I should just, bring up matches instead of just having a screen up and shooting the shit, basically, of what we thought and all that stuff. But we are going to play some
I'm
matches.
actually working on sending you an invite right now.
We're actually getting the game set up right now. Look at my beautifulness. I know I seem a little farther away than usual because I'm kind of sitting a little farther back away from the camera than I normally do. That's pretty much it. We're online. There's my invitation, guys. Sorry for the blur. Join his game real quick. Nope, we're back on the air. There we are, back on the air. What's up, guys? How you doing? Oh, no, we're just part of your chat prioritizer. They seem to be loading in. So, as we load in, we had tonight was the, like I said, the Fastlane pay-per-view, the SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view going into WrestleMania. Kickoff show started off with a six-man tag match with Breezango with Ty Dillinger against Mojo Rawley and who the hell were they with? Who was he with?
Mojo Rawley was with the Justin Gable and Benjamin.
Gable and Benjamin. That's right. Yeah, kickoff show match. If you watch the pay-per-view, you can probably see that when they were chanting for Ty Dillinger, which he's the perfect 10, they chant the word 10. WWE muted the audio from the crowd, so you didn't hear 10, even though when they panned to the crowd, they could clearly see them motioning and chanting the word 10 when Ty Dillinger showed up, but yet you could not hear it. You could hear it one time, and it was barely audible at that. Pretty messed up for that shite. Let's see. We're gonna do. Who am I gonna pick here? Pick this. But yeah, match overall was basically a bleh match to me. It was a throwaway. Don't give a shit about Mojo Rawley. The only one out of all those superstars that I actually give a crap about is Ty Dillinger, which they don't freaking book right anyway, because according to the insiders of the WWE, they don't like the fact that they chant 10. The crowd, Vince McMahon doesn't like the crowd chanting 10 all the time, so that's why they bury Ty Dillinger. But that aside, match was lackluster. It was meh at best. Not a complete waste of the tag team talent, seeing as, they had the tag team championship match tonight. God dang it, move, dog, son of a bitch. Quit doing that shit now. Get in the middle of stuff. Sorry about that, guys. My dog decided to get in the middle of my stuff. Anyway.
Who'd you choose wrestling-wise
Braun,
on this
I chose Braun Strowman.
All right. Let's wait.
But anyway, I was saying it was a complete, to me, it showcased how bad the tag team division is, seeing as, like I was saying before, they had the tag match for the titles between the New Day and the Usos, which they have been done several times over. And to have a tag team match, a six-man tag at that, in a pre-show, just kind of shows the gap of where they are depth-wise on their tag team division.
Yeah, that match was like that sucked. It really sucked.
It was trash. The worst part about it was, the funny part about it is if you go back and you actually watch the match or whatever like that, you could clearly see the 10 chants not being said, even though they were being said in the crowd, you cannot hear them. They're not there. They mute that crap.
And then Renee Young reacts to how lively the fans are.
Yes, she does.
Even though they were muted to us.
You couldn't hear them. Yeah, they sounded dead as shit. Like they're just standing around, like just not coming in.
Fans really like this match. It's like,
yeah. And then they're like, yeah, Renee Young's like, wow, the fans are really into it. And you're like, not from what I heard.
The following contest is scheduled for
going into the first match.
Making his way to the ring.
Surprisingly enough to me, I didn't think it was going to lead off a pay-per-view, but it was Shinsuke Nakamura against Rusev. And it really kind of caught me by surprise that it actually turned out to be as good as a match as it was. I mean, going in, it was pretty much a guarantee at this point it was going to be a squash match. I mean, you're not going to like Shinsuke Nakamura.
A mountain of a man.
Is not going to go
Braun Strowman
down.
And I know I'm not breaking any news here, but
I
don't think this is going to end well for Strowman's opponent.
Just to lose at the opening match of a pay-per-view, Fastlane pay-per-view. So,
well, I think we can all agree that this will be no easy match for him here tonight. Yeah, but you could say that about every match here on the card. There's no such thing as a cakewalk here in the WWE.
I think he came across strong. I think they're not booking Rusev very well at all right now, especially for as over as he is. I would really like to see them do more with him. At least maybe put him in a mid-card title picture again, or even maybe into the tag team division picture somehow, because they're really wasting him, and he is super over with Aiden English right now.
And that kick, oh my God, that kick that he landed on Shinsuke was fucking
that kick.
Oftentimes in our business, the only way for personal issues to be ultimately resolved is two superstars enter the squared circle and go one-on-one in a good old-fashioned wrestling match.
This is the match Milwaukee's been waiting for, and I'm sure it won't disappoint.
It was kind of a confusing match, but it's still a good match. Because both Rusev and Shinsuke went really well together. The next match after
it'll be interesting to see how he plans to get it done. What do you think?
Going to take a lot to beat him tonight, Michael. From what I'm told, he's been spending extra hours in the gym in anticipation of getting in the ring with this guy.
The next match, I want to say, was probably, I want to say it was the Usos match.
Was it the tag match, or was it Bobby Roode and...
Oh, you're right,
Orton?
you're right. It was Bobby Roode. It was Bobby Roode
Orton and Roode for the U.S. title?
Yeah.
Let me
when it strikes land, you can
here,
feel it in the first few rows.
so I can keep track of what happens. What I have a terrible memory.
Back in from the floor.
So yeah, that was funny. I forgot about the chance of "You Can't Wrestle" to Mojo Rawley during the opening show. That was funny, but other than that, that's not something you ever want to have to deal with. Let me try to get this.
What agility! The armbar is locked in.
He's just about there. Nicely done as he gets out of the submission.
What the fuck was that?
Surprise, Michael. I did not see that one coming.
Yeah, okay, that was Shinsuke. What was next after that? Yeah, okay, it was, in fact, the U.S. Championship between Bobby Roode and Randy Orton. Again, a really good match. Surprising finish. It was...
Check out Braun Strowman's offense.
Beat Bobby Roode, which, if you watch our podcast from Thursday of last week, I predicted that none of the titles were going to change hands. I didn't think Bobby Roode was going to actually lose his belt going into WrestleMania. But I can see why he did, because they're kind of building to a triple threat situation with Jinder Mahal, Shinsuke...
Back inside the ring
Jinder
now.
Mahal, Randy Orton, and Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode was one of those I lost, but I kicked the crap out of everybody moments like they've been doing in WWE a lot here lately.
Check out Braun Strowman's offense.
You know, he did a glorious DDT.
There he goes to the outside.
Remember, though,
Orton
there are no
and,
timeouts in WWE.
Jinder Mahal. I guess, like I said, I really wasn't having too many high expectations going from this pay-per-view overall. I thought it was going to progress the story to WrestleMania a little more, which it did. I think there's going to be more. It's just kind of more of a foundation for them to build on throughout these next 4 weeks going into WrestleMania, being the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania. My battery's dying on my controller, so that's the thing, guys.
Back now inside the ring.
But then Randy Orton did beat Bobby Roode for the belt. Apparently, Brock Lesnar changed his name to Real Life Logos. Because right now, Real Life Logos is beating Braun Strowman.
Yeah, that's one of the creative characters.
In the midsection here.
I couldn't choose the bullet Becky since you chose Strowman.
Headed to the outside now.
Smart move. Take some time to think things over.
But, all right. Not bad match at Raw. RKOs and glorious DDTs. There was a
for the people.
That move at this juncture of the match makes the intention unmistakable to belittle.
That to me, that was shit.
Oh, I mean, I'm pretty sure they had fun. I mean, because I think it'll be a totally different environment than watching it on TV on your couch versus actually being there with all the energy and the people. But yes, it was not that great of a pay-per-view.
He may be in the best physical condition I've ever seen him in. Kevin Owens
had a little thing, a promo deal.
Man,
Braun Strowman in the belt backstage, which led into the tag team match between Natalya and Carmella against Becky Lynch and Naomi. Again, I figured this is what predictability type deal.
Here he goes. Saw that one coming.
Becky Lynch and Naomi lost
Braun Strowman
to Carmella and Natalya, which makes sense to me because they're gonna cash in Carmella's briefcase.
Have to get back in the ring here, guys.
Whether it's successful or not remains to be seen. Because later on we'll talk about what happens later on as far as the.
Just a matter of time now before this superstar goes for the finisher.
But yeah, they make Carmella look similarly strong.
Got the reversal
going in because she's going to be the belt. She's the briefcase holder for Money in the Bank, which she won last year.
Damage inflicted with a snapmare.
Cash in at WrestleMania.
Can't wake up from that one.
Somehow, I'm not exactly sure if she's actually going to retain, or if she's going to.
This is what makes it so
dangerous. Because later on in the show, we see Asuka come in and take Charlotte for challenge at WrestleMania for her
Seems like these guys are laying out a lot of
that she earned by winning the first ever Women's Royal Rumble.
There.
I don't know what made him think that was a good idea.
Oh, and he's still down, Byron.
Things that was pretty much what that was. Not a bad match. Both women looked good. Natalya used a distraction to defeat Naomi and Becky Lynch.
Look at these two giving it their all. There's absolutely no quit in them tonight. Moves like that can upset your opponent more than hurt them. Wow, Braun Strowman is being controlled.
Basically, that to me was a throwaway match. That was really just it was quickly put together. It was relatively no storyline, no real investment in any kind of angle. It was just like, hey, we're just going to have a match.
In the ring.
Sounds like a plan.
This should do it right there.
Not too bad. The tag team championship match was up.
He doesn't appear to be in a hurry to get up here.
I just don't think he has it in him anymore.
It was very interesting, seeing as I was going into it thinking
he's teetering on the edge
here.
It
was going to be, the stereotypical Usos and New Day match. If those guys put on any match, if you haven't seen them in a match before at any kind of pay-per-view, I would highly recommend going on the network if you have it, or on YouTube, I'm sure by now, and finding out some of their matches, because they do some
And Byron, he's still down after that one.
Work.
Yeah, that did some big-time damage, Michael.
This time, as I predicted on
Lands
Thursday,
this, and he is done.
The broadcast of the last podcast. Bludgeon Brothers, that have been making themselves be known in the tag team division for SmackDown here, recently, especially to the Usos and New Day, made themselves clear and came in and cleaned house. It was super strong. They kicked the shit out of
Brock Lesnar
everybody.
Nails it.
I don't remember the last time I saw
in the ring. It was a no contest DQ.
Things just went from bad to worse for Braun Strowman.
He might have it.
Was okay. Uh-oh.
Wow, what a move for Brock Lesnar.
That's
how you sweep an opponent under the carpet.
Yeah, it was an okay.
You could be over here. Brock Lesnar gets the win in an impressive
Real Life
fashion.
Logos was the winner.
It's funny. The guy went to give him a name called Real Life Logos. Oh my God, that's the ugliest win face.
Oh, that
hey,
was
you
not
guys.
That look right there where my screen is that's not good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. No. But yeah, it was an okay match. It's set up for a triple threat type scenario, maybe going down the line. I'm not sure. Like I said, they still have a few more weeks of programming to build storyline going into WrestleMania. But yeah, Bludgeon Brothers came out looking very strong. Just trashed both the Usos and New Day. They had to bring out a stretcher for Xavier Woods. Took a powerbomb bump on the steps. Everybody got their ass kicked. It was good. It was awesome. It took them like forever to actually get him out away from the ring. Like, they sold it really well. Bludgeon Brothers were just that, bludgeoning everybody. Pure carnage. Let's see. There was an interview segment after that was between Renee Young and AJ Styles, and he was talking about a promo about how he worked his way to the top, blah, 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 and how he's going to go to WrestleMania and face Shinsuke, which in the middle of that, Shinsuke Nakamura came in, and he was like, AJ, you may good luck tonight. If you win, I'm going to beat you at and AJ was like, just shut up. You're not going to do shit. Shinsuke, I'm going to win tonight. I'm going to go to WrestleMania, and I'm going to whoop your ass, and I'm going to keep my belt, and that's a fact. And then Shinsuke got this look on his face like, all right, bitch. All right. And they focusing on that and moved from there into the Women's Championship between Charlotte Flair and Ruby Riott, which was, if you ask Psycho Break, was the pinnacle moment where Carmella should have cashed in her Money in the briefcase. Money in the Bank briefcase, because that would have spiced things up, which I have to kind of agree here. We've been predicting that it was going to get cashed in at WrestleMania for a while, so it would have been nice to totally have a total, like, holy shit moment of Carmella coming in all of a sudden, especially after her win in her tag match with Natalya, cash in her briefcase, pin Charlotte for the 1, 2, 3 to go on to WrestleMania. But I have to say, even though that did not happen, that's not what we got. I was actually kind of stoked and surprised to see Asuka a little bit. I mean, even though I said that Asuka was going to take Charlotte over in WrestleMania when we talked about our other predictions and stuff, I was still pretty like, oh shit, like what the hell when it came to... I did not mean to leave, by the way.
I know, it timed out. I'll invite you again.
But it ended up being pretty interesting because Asuka came out and pretty much said, Charlotte, I want you at WrestleMania, which is interesting because Asuka is a Raw superstar and Charlotte is the SmackDown Women's Champion, which is going to make things interesting unless they take the belt off Charlotte before WrestleMania.
Yeah, but okay. But at Royal Rumble, when Asuka won her thing, and Charlotte Flair both showed up in that ring for Asuka to choose who she was going to choose. And before she could choose anything, Ronda Rousey comes and interrupts.
Yeah.
So it kind of left it. And people was assuming, well, okay, she's going to take on Alexa Bliss. But Asuka never said that. But what doesn't make sense is, then what was the whole point of having Nia Jax wrestle in this one pay-per-view for a triple threat match if she was never going to be facing Alexa Bliss anyways? So that was kind of a loophole in the story, and basically that was kind of to me, it was kind of like, okay. So, yeah, I didn't understand that either. That was kind of stupid. I mean, I understand she didn't choose what she wanted. I get that. But, I mean, at the other time, too, she also didn't... that was stupid. They left people thinking that they were going to get a certain thing, and they got something else. It was totally... We're obviously going to see Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax.
Yeah. But yeah, that's... She was the twist of the night for this pay-per-view. She was the big twist ending that nobody was not expecting. Was definitely Asuka coming in to challenge Charlotte, the Empress of Tomorrow. Not bad. All right, that was done, and then which led into the main event tonight, which was the 6-pack challenge for the WWE Championship, which is AJ Styles against John Cena and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin all facing each other. I predicted this one was going to happen as well. They're interesting to see how they're going to play out with John Cena, because the big storyline going in was John Cena, this is his last chance to get on to WrestleMania. But he's gonna get on there because there was some interference and some shit between Shane O'Mac, who just decided, like, I'm gonna come down and watch this match at ringside for no apparent reason other than to create storyline. And so that's what he did. He sat down, watched the match. He got kicked in the face by KO. Kevin Owens hit the pop-up powerbomb. Went for the 1-2-3. Shane O'Mac got in, pulled the ref out. Total what the fuck did you just do moment, and then turn around and Sami Zayn comes in, goes for the pin, 1-2-3. Shane O'Mac says nope, pulls Sami off.
Making her way to the ring.
There you go.
From Venice Beach, California.
He said nope, and then AJ comes in, gets the pin.
We have one-on-one action on the way, and this one should be nothing short of amazing.
Goes to WrestleMania,
I don't doubt that for a moment, Michael. In fact, I would go...
It leaves the door open for somebody like John Cena to do like a tag match with Shane O'Mac against Zayn and KO. I'm pretty sure Daniel Bryan's going to be involved somehow as well.
Stephanie McMahon.
As we ready for singles action, Byron, what can you tell us about these two competitors?
Well, I can say that both of these superstars come into this match incredibly hungry to prove their dominance here tonight. But as we all know,
the ringside, we knew it was to set up
with their arm
the
raised
Kevin Owens and Sami
victory.
Zayn WrestleMania shit. We knew that was going to be a thing. And now we can clearly
Corey, is it me, or does she seem even more focused than usual here?
It's not you, Cole. She's definitely looking a bit more focused, which is good.
Shane O'Mac's
She's going to need to be if she wants to win this.
Shane O'Mac is going to say he's going to have a mysterious partner, and people are going to be idiot enough to say, I wonder who it could be, I wonder who it could be, and that's when John Cena's coming out. So there's his WrestleMania moment. So, yeah.
Yeah. But that's pretty much how that went down. That was the pay-per-view as a whole. Overall thoughts, like Break said, he feels bad for the people that actually paid.
Singles action is underway, and in this one, I wouldn't attempt to predict what's going to happen. I'd just be ready for anything. Sometimes that's all you can do.
I mean, my opinion,
the only thing that would make this match more enjoyable to watch would be if I was calling it without you two bozos interrupting me.
And it's worth noting that we are just a few miles from the WWE Performance Center, which means there are plenty of WWE hopefuls in the back studying this one.
Storyline going into WrestleMania, they're going to use it as a platform. They're going to build more story.
I wanted to talk a little bit about Stephanie McMahon here. You're the expert. What does she need to do to win here?
When
it comes to one-on-one action, she's among the absolute best the roster has to offer. I don't think there are too many women in the back itching to get in the ring with her.
I do expect her to show her opponent and the rest of the WWE that she's going to be someone to reckon with for a long time to come.
Tuesday is going to be pretty much AJ Styles talking his stuff, and I guarantee it's going to be Shinsuke Nakamura doing a stare down. They're definitely going to be playing up with Monday with Asuka coming to Raw and stuff to talk, and then Charlotte Flair is going to interrupt that. I mean, you're right. At this point, it's going to be a lot of build-up. So,
Now that's striking with pinpoint
a lot
accuracy.
Of
you can't take
building,
too many of those.
They're focusing on Ronda
and there it is again.
Right now,
she just slapped the taste out of her mouth.
On Raw.
She's sticking to the game plan no matter how redundant it may be.
On this pay-per-view, surprisingly enough.
That strike was strategically placed on her opponent.
They did a lot of focusing on
And she lands a perfectly executed drop kick.
I'm going to stomp out of this bitch real quick.
And a wicked elbow shot right there.
Have you never noticed this match right here is between Ronda Rousey, creative character, and
that
Stephanie
one was
McMahon,
off the mark.
Which is going to happen at WrestleMania this year.
Just plain awful.
Only it's going to be a
not
mixed
this
tag
time.
Match.
I've never seen her miss by so
Stephanie
much.
and Triple H against Shane.
Whoops,
right
that
there.
missed.
That's putting it mildly cold.
Ronda Rousey and Triple H. Can't even keep my shit straight. Like I said, overall decent pay-per-view. Gonna have to check out this week as we go for what kind of storylines they're gonna build up and how they're gonna progress everyone. We have our predictions. I hope
she's
they
in
come
a bad
true.
way here.
Bottom line, she's got to get up. She can't win this match on her back.
Some of them came through that we predicted for this pay-per-view came true. Some of them not so much.
And a savage
clothesline.
clothesline.
Pay-per-view overall.
I guess she feels there's something to be said for going back to something that worked before.
Anything too over the top phenomenal. The big twist, holy shit moment for this pay-per-view was definitely
Stephanie McMahon is starting to take control of this match.
For WrestleMania.
It starts to feel like a broken record with that move.
Everything else was fairly predictable, as we noticed. If you watch our last podcast, 90% of the predictions that Break and I made for this pay-per-view is exactly what happened.
Corey, she's not getting up.
Well, she better if she wants to win this match.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't know what they see in Jinder Mahal, honestly, because I can tell you right now, WrestleMania or not, I will not give two shits about that match. I mean, Bobby Roode and Randy Orton could do it themselves. They don't need Jinder Mahal in it. And I really hope they don't make it a triple threat match, but I think that's
she's capable of bursts of great activity. The key is sustaining the effort.
I don't know if they're going to do a triple threat match or if Jinder Mahal is going to actually
she might have it.
Actual match.
Nasty spine
they kind of buried
by
him after
Stephanie
his title
McMahon.
run.
She's in complete control here, guys. Stephanie McMahon is rolling now.
Yeah, they did kind of bury him after that for whatever reason.
Pedigree.
She's certainly looking good now, Cole.
Could this be what happens at WrestleMania?
She's got the shoulders down. There's the pinfall and the victory.
Stephanie's gonna win. She got hit in the face, and that's all she wrote. Well, there you go, guys. I'm gonna wrap this little quick podcast up.
That sums it up for Fastlane.
That sums it up for Fastlane. A match between that, I win on going out on top. We had Brock beat Braun, and we had Steph beat Ronda. We had a pay-per-view. If you have the network, go check it out if you want to see, even if you follow the WWE. If not, always come back to either here on the Beca Gaming channel, or if you want to see Psycho Breaks Perspective, go check him out on his channel. We simulcast this podcast every week on Thursdays. Sometimes at 8, sometimes on 6. It all depends on what kind of schedule he gets, because he starts work this Monday, starting tomorrow. So once we figure out what we're going to do, what works best for him, we'll work around that, and we'll get you your wrestling news and views and our predictions and our opinions about the week in wrestling, including NXT. Don't forget about that. If you like, leave a comment letting us know what you'd like to see us do. If you'd like to, I've seen a little thing trending like, we make predictions, and then you have like, well, if you win, then you got to have a punishment, or if you lose a punishment. I mean, that's a bit of an extreme. Like I said, I just want to see what you guys want to see, other than just watching me and Psycho Break suck it up on WWE 2K18 while we shoot the shit and talk about the wrestling that just occurred. I'd like to thank you guys for coming out here tonight. If you're checking this out, if you're not, please make sure to like and subscribe if you're watching this at a different video at a later time, because we do this. We are a gaming channel, hence the video game here. If you want to check it out, different games, I got a new series coming up, God of War 3 Remastered. It's a new series that I'm going to be starting soon, because on the 20th of April, God of War 4 drops, and there's going to be streamed. I've already got that lined up. That will be streamed by myself for sure. Might even try to get Psycho Break side of things on his channel to see how his playthrough goes. The Batman Telltale series is still a thing going on right now with the Beca Gaming thing. I still have to do episode 3, so keep tuned for that. Keep checking the channel, keep checking out, see what we're doing. Most of these podcasts and stuff like that, we're going to try to do simulcast on both my Beca Gaming channel here and his channel to try to get some subscribers, maybe cross-pollinate, because I'm pretty sure if you like what you see here, you'll like what you see on his channel. And we're pretty sure that if you like what you see on his personal channel, you're going to like what you see here. So come join us, come hang out with us, come break every chain with us. We do gaming videos, even Destiny 2. I know that's poison. I hope you guys just did not hit unsubscribe all at one mass exodus. Just click right there because I said Destiny 2, but it is on this game. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the podcast. We will be back on Thursday for sure with more wrestling news for the week. We love you very much. Break every chain, and we'll see you next time.